to go with. From sports bets, yeah, the twins, they be checking in. Stacking up, green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today, kind of a smallish card. We have 2 games in the NHL, but we have 12 games in the NBA. So that's going to be fun. I have not moved on any games yet. No, I haven't moved on anything yet. So we'll be talking everything out during the show. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we'll take a look back at what happened yesterday. What went right, what went wrong in the world of sports betting. Second straight profitable day to open up the new year. So that's always nice. Overall went 11-9, up 3.75 units. College basketball, 3-1. Utah State minus 6.5 comes through. So does Purdue minus 6. KSU minus 21.5 did not, but Illinois minus 5 did. A lot of people loved Northwestern yesterday. Illinois without their leading scorer and all that did not matter. Did not matter at all. The only thing it gave us was a better line to bet Illinois. Thank you, public. And then the NBA 3-1 for me. I thought I went 2-2, and then I looked at this morning and I realized I didn't math right with one of the games because San Antonio covered 11. For whatever reason, I thought I read it as like an 18-point game instead of an 8-point game. So I was like, really? They really blew up at the end there? No, they covered. Plus 11 with the Spurs was a winner. The 450 sprinkle was not. OKC plus 4 and OKC plus 155 gets the job done. So a nice profitable day in the NBA. And the same in the NHL. 6-6 up 1.33 units. Boston Columbus draw did not come through. Neither did the Rangers. Neither did the Penguins minus 1. But after that, the night got better. Actually, I went 5-6. 5-6 in the NHL, but big plus money helped me along the way towards a winning day. The Winnipeg Jets get the job done. A nice little minus 135 winner there. That game was. What was that? That was a 4-2 game. So, yeah, Winnipeg puck line would have come through as well. Calgary money line comes through. Calgary puck line would have come through. The Canadiens get the job done 4-3. Very nice to see a big dog go through the hoop like that. Plus 225 with Montreal. The draw comes up a little bit short, but I was willing to sacrifice the quarter unit for the 2.25 units.
Yep.
Returned my way on Montreal. The Coyotes were looking good for a while. And then the third period, they gave up 2 quick goals, which kind of killed it. Draw Island. Welcome back to Draw Island. The plus 340 draw between New York, Colorado was a winner. Fortunately, the refs gave the Avalanche the game in overtime. A weak call with 20 seconds left. There was a couple really bad calls at the end of the game that they missed. That would have been penalties against Colorado, but they got the ones that were borderline against the Islanders, and the Avalanche kept scoring on the power play, which is frustrating. But Islanders plus 145 comes up short there. Lost the money line play in a game that they never trailed, so that's fun. But Vancouver came out; they weren't messing around. 5-0 at the end of the first period. They win the game 6-3. So overall, 5-6 up 1.33 units in the NHL. 10-9. No, 11-9. 11-9. I did the math right. 11-9. In right 11-9. Did I not math? 11-8. 11-8. In the overall yesterday, up 3.75 units.
Oh, sorry. 2 profitable days to start off the year, which is always a great thing to start off with. Utah State minus 6.5 was a winner. UConn minus 24 was a winner. Nick, you only had 4 college basketball plays. The site had 8. keep in mind, I know you look for the 3.5s or better. Anything 3+ goes up on the site. So Connecticut was one of those 3+s, I believe. That was a nice winner there. The Bulls try to make it interesting at the end because they won that fourth quarter 25-12. Game finished a 13-point game. I had plus 10.5. So one more shot could have gone my way, and I could have gotten it, but it is what it is. Rangers were nowhere near close. Carolina won 6-1. It's a blowout in New York. I hate the Canes, but I love watching the Rangers lose. Perduckin. Everybody loved Maryland yesterday, which ended up getting us Perduckin at -6. We got Perduckin though. How about Harvard, Nick? -4.5. Never in doubt. Totally didn't take Albany fouling them with a second to go. Harvard making both free throws, and that's how the game ended. Ended up a 5-point game. We had -4.5. The Oklahoma City Thunder, the winner against the Boston Celtics, which was very, very nice to see. Winnipeg won 4-2. Calgary won 3-1. Those were two nice winners. Although, if you would have puck lined both of them, really big money there. But hey, by the way, even though, and I love this, I had Winnipeg puck line yesterday. I also had Nikita Kucherov anytime goal. Never in doubt. Totally didn't score with 13 seconds left in the game. UIC fell apart in the second half. I don't know what the hell happened with Kansas State, but San Jose State +5. They lost by 2. They covered. Islanders, Arizona, no good. Illinois -5 was a winner, and the Magic fell apart late. They fell apart in the third quarter and just couldn't get to that covering number. It is what it is. Our day was really good yesterday because of the college basketball. We ended up being up 1.8 units, and on the year we are 16-9, up 7.32. We got 7 NBA plays up on the site. We got 8 college basketball, and whether or not Nick wants to put up a hockey is up to him. But we've got 15 plays ready for today, and hopefully let's make it 3 straight profitable days in a row.
Yeah, I'm kind of tempted on trying to do something in the NHL today, but we'll see. Head over to the chat.
Yes. I'm gonna go through the chat, but I got to pull something up on Twitter because I see one of the comments, and I want to make sure he knows that that is. I want everybody to know that is not the case or something. Oklahoma City future champs. I said that last year, or I said that in the preseason that I would take a shot with Oklahoma City to win the West and all that stuff. So maybe, but
You've probably lost your value now, though, right?
Yeah, probably. Yo. Hey, Pro Earls. What up, 446? Hey, look, Nick, he's in the live chat. Yay! 3-2 in the NBA, 5-2 in the NHL, 2-1 in soccer. There you go. Supness. We get a Supness from the Lex Man. 3-legger in the NHL. There you go. Nice. What a choke job by ECU. 10 talked me into taking ECU 10.5. Here's the comment that I wanted to kind of talk about because here's our conversation back and forth on Twitter. How is ECU on ESPN? Because they're against a ranked team. And then he goes, getting 9.5 live, yeah or nah? I said, I didn't bet the game. I wouldn't bet ECU at 9.5 when they were 17.5 pregame. So no, I didn't talk him into it. I told him not to bet it at 10.5 or 9.5 because I said you could have gotten it at 17, but he decided to anyway. So no, I did not talk you into it. 446. Yes,
Sounds like you did.
I was referencing you. Grizzlies. Yes, I like the Grizzlies today. What's up, dudes? What's up? You med? Had a damn accident yesterday and won a ticket. Let's go. but my damn neck hurts. Ah, dude.
Ouch.
Get better. Don't hurt yourself. I knew it. How dare you expose me, traitor? 446. We have to have you on a show once. We just have to. I think it's kind of just necessary to have you on a show eventually. Never betting Penguins again. When do the Penguins play again? Tomorrow against Boston. That should be fun. If you're ever in Jersey, don't drive. I repeat, they cannot drive. Sorry to New Jerseyans in the chat. Now, New Jersey's the armpit of the United States. That's fine. You got me. Yes, I did 446. I got you. I got you this time. I will say, Nick, I'm betting no hockey today.
I was pretty close to doing that myself, and I'm trying to decide if I'm going to take one approach to the games today, or because I think I'm either going to bet both of them or none of them. I think that's my ultimate approach, and my ultimate question is, do I just back both dogs and move on? And we'll get into it here because both my numbers have these games projected pretty close. Well, let's get into it though. Let's get up the lines. I'm waiting on the. I should have done this a minute ago. There we go. Where we have this line opened up at a 170 for New Jersey. It's down to a 158. So we even moved towards Washington in this game. Line opened up 6.5 minus 108. Still 6.5 and minus 108. So no move on the total, and a move towards Washington in this game. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game. When we have 87% of the tickets and 99% of the cash is on the Devils. The line's moved towards Washington. 57% of the tickets and 80% of the cash on the over. We have no line move towards it there. My anticipation for this game is that it's Vitek Vanacek versus Hunter Shepard. And Shepard's been slightly above average, but he's only had a couple starts so far this season. I have this game projected around a pick'em. Now, if you want to rate Hunter Shepard a little bit lower, maybe you have the Devils around a 130, 135 in this game. But I have a feeling I'm just going to land on both dogs today and hope I go 1-1 type of situation here because my numbers suggest value on both dogs. And I think I'm going to move on both dogs. So my numbers for this game also have this game at a 6.5. So I think that total is right. Maybe you look at Cap's team total, but it's a 2.5 at minus 150. So I don't really see as much value there. But I'm going to go with I think I'm just going to take both dogs and hope one wins. Both home dogs and hope one wins. So I'm on the Caps here at plus 145.
I'm just going to say I'm passing on both games. So I'm not even going to jump into it. Devils and Reg. And draw.
Ooh, a draw. That could be fun. That could be fun here in this game. Let's take a look real quick. Let's see if a draw could be a look in this game here because if I remember right, Washington is no stranger to an overtime. I'm just waiting on covers to work now. So this may take a minute. There we go. These teams have gone to overtime in 2 of their last 4 meetings, 7 of the last 10. New Jersey, 3 of their last 10 games. Washington, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Draw dog split in this game. Draw dog split in this game. Good call on the draw. It allowed me to look a little bit deeper into it. Plus 330. Dog draw split.
Right on. We'll head to the other hockey game today, Nick.
Yep. Where we have the Maple Leafs and the Ducks. We have the Maple Leafs 195 road favorites. Total of 6.5 in this game. Let's get into this one. Sorry. Line opened up at a 180. It's up to a 193 now for Toronto. Interesting. Line opened up at a 6.5 at minus 130. It's still a 6.5 at minus 130. We have 93% of the tickets are coming in on the Maple Leafs. The line is moving in their direction. 67% of the tickets, 84% of the cash on the over. And the line moving towards actually, there's no line move on the over. I'm shocked we haven't seen 7s yet for this game. My number for this one was around 6.73, so it's a slight lean towards the over, but I think the juice makes sense. And similar to the last game, I see value on the dog in this game because I have the Maple Leafs around a minus 125, minus 130 favorite in this game on the road on a second half of a back-to-back. Granted, they don't have to travel far from LA to Anaheim, but I don't think this is a good spot for the Maple Leafs. So I am on the Ducks. I got the Ducks at 165 in this game. So I do think this is a spot where the Ducks can kind of surprise. Maple Leafs have not been the Maple draws as of late. Only 2 out of the last 10 games now, and nothing for the Ducks. So I was thinking maybe draw, even though the previous history between these two teams for the last 8 between the Maple Leafs and the Ducks have reached overtime. I'm just gonna stick with the Ducks here in this spot. I mean the Quackers at plus 165.
Good luck. Today is a fade day. Every team that played last night in the NBA and hockey is a fade. I don't know. COVID, Nick? No.
I don't know.
Ducks race to 2. I needed a mask to be in this room. No, come on.
Maybe. Who knows?
Ducks 1.5. Leafs don't win back-to-back games often. They could.
They very well could, but I'll challenge them too.
And Fernando likes the over. Here's where I like an over.
Yeah, let's get into the NBA where we have 12 games. We have the Milwaukee Bucks and the Indiana Pacers. The Bucks 3.5-point favorites in this game on the road. Total of 258. Correct me if I'm wrong. These two teams just played each other.
They played each other like 20 times this year.
Yeah.
No, they played each other 3 times already this year. Milwaukee and Indiana. And Indiana's 3-0 against them so far this year.
Wow. Maybe this is the game that Milwaukee gets them. But let's take a look here. The line opened up at a 2.5. It's up to a 3.5, so a move towards Milwaukee. Line opened up at a 259, and it's gone down to a 257.5. So a move towards the under here as well. Kind of interesting there. 65% of tickets and 83% of cash is on that under, though. So a lot of tickets and money coming in on the under in this game. The line's moved accordingly. 66% of the tickets, 90% of the cash is on Milwaukee. And the line's moved towards Milwaukee here in this spot. Let's take a look at my projections for this game, where I have this game at a pick in this spot. So getting up and over that what do you call it? That field goal, or up above that bucket. It's kind of it's really appealing. And yeah, the line has moved towards Milwaukee, but I expect that when it's 66% of the tickets and 90% of the cash. The question is, do I want to go up against the market? And can we see the Indiana Pacers beat the Bucks again? Which is no, they haven't won every single meeting. Milwaukee won 140 to 126 on the 13th of December.
Did I miss that?
They've played 4 times this season.
Oh yeah. Sorry, 3-1. I totally skipped over that game.
These two teams just played on the 1st, so we are also getting short-term revenge, but we're heading back to Indiana for this one. I'm interested in the Pacers in this spot, and I know it's probably not the best Pacers spot, but I think there's value on this number. I think the Bucks are a little overrated too, especially in the market. And this line's down to a 3 now. This line is on my book is crept down to a 3. So I'm going to move on this. I'm going to move on the Pacers at +3 and plus 135 on this game.
Yeah, I'm already on the Pacers. I grabbed their money line at 131. I'm also on the over because it's a Pacer game. Pacers are still hitting north of 66% overs this year. Until that drops into the 50s, then I might slow down on it. But until then, I'm going to continuously bet this Pacer game over. Essentially what I'm hoping in this game, because it's at 258, so I'm hoping for 130 points from the Pacers.
You're hoping for 128.
What do you mean?
Because that'll guarantee you at least one or the other.
I have the money line.
Okay, never mind then. I was gonna say that's
I'm hoping for 129 then.
I was
At
going to
the
say
bare
the team,
at the
the
bare
team
minimum.
total. Yeah, I was going to say the team total for Indiana is 127.5.
Okay. But I think the Pacers can do that because the Pacers are still the number one offensive team in the NBA, 126.4 points a game, and they are second to last in defense. Bucks are a top offensive team themselves. Pulling up their exact numbers. They are number 2 in scoring at 124.6 points a game, and they are 24th in defense at 119. Pacers in the over. I doubled down on this game.
Luck.
Last game ain't go over. I'm going to take this one over. Yep. Love the NBA action. Clippers and Jazz are my lean so far. I did not touch either one of those games, although I was close to betting the Jazz. This is a classic trap. What was the last thing we saw? Pacers win at Bucks. Give me Bucks. Okay, that's fine. Bucks money line's also a lean. I mean, I wouldn't be laying minus 160, 170 on them, but you'd take the spread if anything. Pacers, yes. Under, no. If Chris Middleton is out, I'm on Pacers and under. Kind of sketchy on the under, though. And you're taking an alternative under 247 at 255. If you're going to do it, fine. I'm not going to argue with you going after plus money. I'm just going to be on the over. So we'll see how it goes. Now, this one I want nothing to do with.
Yeah, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers as 10-point favorites.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Not really.
With a total of 239 in this game. Let's get into the line history in this spot here, where we have this line opened up with the Cavaliers as I'm seeing 9.5. So it's 9.5, and it's really not moved. Some books are showing 10. Actually, it looks like 9.5 across the board now. And line opened up at a 240. It's down to a 239.5. So we've moved towards the under, and we have really no move on the side here in this game. At least on Bet Online, it opened up at a 9.5, and it hasn't moved. 32% of the tickets, 62% of the cash is on the Wizards. And we have 77% of the tickets, 95% of the cash on the under. And the line's ticked down towards that under in that game. Let's take a look at my projections for this one here, where I have this game at a 10. So I think this 10 is about right. No true interest in that there. So that's a simple pass for me. As for the total in this game, I have this game up around that 238 range. So this 239 number is pretty spot on. And I forgot for last game, I have that game around a 261. So maybe some value on that over when it comes to Indiana and Milwaukee later. And I might add that over in Indiana, Milwaukee as well. I forgot to check my numbers for the totals. So I think I'll be landing on that over as well in Indiana.
I'm not going to be landing on anything in this game. I'm not laying 10 points on anybody. I think I've laid 10 points twice this year, and they both lost. So I don't lay giant points. If I would, it would be alternative spreads, taking a team that's like a 5.5, 6-point favorite and bringing them up to a 10 or whatever. But and I'm not touching a total, although I lean towards an over. Cleveland's not an over team. So this is not Cleveland's not a team I want to be going and backing it over with. Washington is for sure, considering I believe I mentioned earlier how Indiana has the second worst defense. Well, Washington dead last in defense this year, 126 points allowed per game. So I'm going to be on the I'm going to be passing on this game. I do have play in the next game though.
Fair.
Bucks. No, thank you. Under. I could see. Each team is taking me into a different direction. So Mitchell over 30.5 points. This is a 99%. This is the kind of thing the team feeds off. 99% lock. Oh, you just said lock, so it's a loser. D-Mitch should get whatever he wants, but LeVert, but pass. There you go. I do like this game.
Yeah, this game was a tricky game for me. Let's take a look at it here. The Atlanta Hawks hosting the OKC Thunder. Thunder 1.5-point favorites. Down to a 1 now. Total of 248.5. This line opened up with OKC as a 2-point favorite, and that was yesterday at 2:30. And then it reopened up last night after the game as a -1, and it got up to a -2, but it's back down to a -1. The line opened up at a 249.5 yesterday, reopened up at a 248.5, and it's really not moved. So it's moved a point towards the under, and it's moved slightly towards the Hawks. 71% of the tickets and 80% of the cash is on the Thunder, and the lines move towards the Hawks, which is enough to keep me off this game because my numbers, also 55% of the tickets, 93% of the cash on the over. My numbers really liked the Thunder in this game. I have this game with the Thunder as 5.5-point favorites. I see almost 4 points of value here with the Thunder. I think this line's a trap, and I have no interest in playing it. Thunder coming in off of a really big win last night against the Celtics. Then they had to travel from OKC to Atlanta, which isn't the worst travel, but still not something you want to do and play a game the next day. So it's a stay off for me. My numbers like OKC, the market say Atlanta. So that's a pass for me. And as for the total real quick, and then I'll pass it off to Tim. I have this game around a 247. Slightly towards the under, but no play here.
I'm on the Hawks, and as you mentioned earlier, this is a big letdown spot for the Thunder, who are coming off of arguably the best win of the year, for them, and that's saying much because they've won games in Denver and in Minnesota. So you can make the argument against that, but this has been a Thunder team that's really been they've been impressive this year. I've been high on them this year, so they kind of proven me right. But this is a Hawks spot to me, especially when OKC had to travel from Oklahoma to Atlanta. It's not that far of a travel, but after a big win last night, this is one of those classic letdown spot. I'm on Atlanta plus 105 in this one against the Thunder. It's just this one's actually one of my more confident plays of the day.
Sure.
No, first half. If you're gonna bet the Thunder, it's got to be first quarter or first half. Hawks, yes. OKC, huge win last night. Letdown spot. Fade the back-to-back team. Rested. Hawks plus 1.5. No, take the Hawks money line. Hawks team total over. I could see that as well. I kind of leaned over in this game, but that was a 248.5. CA. We're sharing a brain. Bro's copying me. I had this bet last night, so I don't know what you mean by I'm copying you. You're copying me. Let's go to this game, Nick.
Yeah. It's okay, ladies. You're both beautiful. Houston Rockets, 5.5-point favorites, total 222 in this game here. Let's get into it. Let me get up the right thing here. There we go. Where we have the Rockets game. Line opened up with the Rockets as 6-point favorites. It got up to a 7. It's down to a 5.5. Did hit a 5 at one point. Line opened up 224, down to a 222. So a line move towards the under and a slight move towards these Nets. We have 69% of the tickets, but only 39% of the cash is on the Rockets. 31 and 61 for the Nets. So sharp money coming in on Brooklyn in this spot. And we have 60% of the tickets and 78% of the cash on the over. Yet this line has dropped 2 points. Let's take a look at my projections for this game, where I have this game at around a 5.5, 6 range. So I think this line's correct when it comes to the side. Market-wise, says Brooklyn. As for the total in this game, I have this game around a 223.5. So I think this line's about right. I'm not enough of an edge for me to go ahead and bet it. It'd be a lean towards an over in this game for me, if anything, but pass.
Yeah, I didn't touch this one. This is a Nets team that's covered one game out of the last 11. This is a fade team right now. They're no longer our little covering machine, and they are coming off of losing 112 to 85 last night. I would say, hey, maybe it's a bounce back spot. No, I don't see it as a bounce back spot. This is a Nets team that's a fade team right now. I would lean towards the Rockets, who are 13-5 at home. Although I just don't want to be laying points on the Houston Rockets. So this one ends up being a stay away spot for me. Lean towards the Rockets, but not enough for me to want to go and bet it.
Fair enough.
Pass. Another fade. The back-to-back team. Rockets lay the wood. Nets not even gonna try now blowout. Well, you could think, well, it could be I don't know. That one's a little bit more of a tricky spot, but I'm just gonna pass on it. I'm not gonna pass on this one though.
Yeah, where we have the wrong game. New Orleans Pelicans at the Minnesota Timberwolves in this game. Timberwolves 6.5, total 222 in this game. Let's get up that line history in this spot here, where we have this game opened up at a 5.5 up to a 6.5 now for Minnesota. So a move towards Minnesota here in this game. Line opened up 223.5. It's down to 222.5. So a move towards the under here as well. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game here. We have nothing on the total. Well, we have 74% of the tickets and 84% of the cash is on the T-Wolves. Lines moved towards the T-Wolves in this spot. It's moved up a full point in this game. Let's take a look at my projections for this one here, as I believe this is another game where I just didn't have too much of an interest in this one. Actually, I kind of did, but I mean, this is a tough spot, and my numbers don't account for travel and back-to-back sometimes, or they don't. But I have this game around a 4.5 range. I was leaning Pelicans, but now with the back-to-back, the line's moved up, which the more the line moved up, the more and more I'm getting interest in the Pelicans here in this spot. At if I can maybe like a 7 or a 7.5, I lean that way. Is it enough for me to get involved with it? Probably not. Be a lean towards the Parleys though for me.
I'm on the Timberwolves. This is a bad spot for the Pelicans. They're coming off of getting they're coming off of a blowout win at home last night in New Orleans and had to travel up to Minnesota. Minnesota is the number two home team in the NBA this year, Nick. The only team that's better is Boston, who has not lost a game at home this year, 16-0. Minnesota's 14-1 at home. I think they take care of business here. And not to mention, you get a Minnesota coming off of a loss in New York in their last time out. I think it's a good bounce back spot for them. A team that is currently number one in the West. As much as I would love to see them start losing so Denver can climb back up into the number one spot. This is a Minnesota team that's just really good at home. So if they're going to win and cover at home, I'm going to be grabbing them. So I was able to get them at a 6. That's up to a 6.5 now. Sign me up for mini to get the job done today.
There you
go. I want the Nets since Brooks is out. I don't really think it matters, but another fade. The back-to-back Wolves off a loss, rested, terrific at home. Lay the points. I'm getting platinum status this year, 2024. Get it, dude. Wolves, yes. Tim Cappit 446 again. I said it here in the chat. I said it first here in the chat. How about I posted it on the picksandparlays.net website 11 hours ago. So, no, 446. I'm not copying you. I've had all my stuff bet since last night. What's up, my guys? Let's get it. Let's cash today. Hit the like button, people. Show some appreciation. Subscribe and share. Timmy, full of NBA. Let's go. Nothing and find some value. Let's do it. I'm blocked. from the. So, no, I posted up on the picksandparleys.net website where we post up all of our plays. 446. So, no, don't be like that with that. Here's a little behind the scenes. Wait, look, Minnesota -6 created 11 hours ago. Not copying. I already had it. Unit 446. Odd seeing you outside the cave.
Yeah.
There you go. Let's keep rolling, Nick.
Yeah. We have the Toronto Raptors and the Memphis Grizzlies. Grizzlies 1-point favorites, total 229 in this game. Let's get into the line history in this one. I'm sorry. Let's see. This is Memphis, and there we go. Where we have this line open up at a 2.5, down to a 1 for Memphis now. Line opened up 232.5. It's down to a 229.5. So a move towards the under and a move towards the Grizzlies, or no, a move towards the Raptors. And this one here, where we have 51% of the tickets and 79% of the cash on the Grizzlies, and the line's moving towards the Raptors, but 47% of the tickets, 73% of the cash is on the money line for the Raptors. So that's where that's what's moving the line towards the Raptors here. And this one, I have the Raptors as about a 0.5 1-point favorite in this game. Is that enough for me to get involved? I mean, maybe, because the Memphis Grizzlies are coming in off of a second half of a back-to-back. They don't have to travel, though, because they were at home against San Antonio last night, and now they stay at home against Toronto here. Am I looking to back this game, though? Probably not. I would only look towards the Raptors in this game, which let me see what type of number I can get with the Raptors here. I think I might move on the Raptors. I've been fading the Grizzlies the last few games. -105. I'm gonna take a shot with them here. Screw it.
Nope.
No?
I'm on the Grizzlies. You
Really?
can bet. Okay. I'm not top. Okay. You can bet it. Go ahead. I'm not stopping you. This Toronto team, I know you can look at Memphis's record 3-12 at home. I don't care. This Toronto team away from Canada is 4-11 on the road. Keep in mind with that Memphis home record, most of that was without John Morant. This Memphis team is clearly different with him because since he's come back, the games that he's played in, they're 5-2. So Memphis is starting to better themselves. And I think they should be favored in this game for sure. This is a Toronto team I do not trust. They're coming off of a win against Cleveland, which is great because they were coming off of a loss against the worst team in sports. So no, I think Memphis takes care of business in this one. I got the -1.5. I'm not stopping you from taking Toronto, but I'm on Memphis.
Yeah, Toronto was just a lean for me. I was borderline on it anyway, so that'll be a stay off spot for me.
Kings let me down last night. The Kings lost as 16-point favorites last night. That was crazy. I didn't bet it.
I wish I had Charlotte.
Under? I could see an under in the Grizzlies game. Well, Cameron, the bros invited me, so I couldn't let them down. So helped out with winning picks. No. What happened with the Islanders last night? You guys watched the game scrolling through my parlays yesterday. That was the only game that busted.
There was a couple of really bad calls at the end of the game. Now, it was a tough game to begin with. You're on the road against Colorado, so I was shocked that the Islanders got the point to begin with, but they were playing with 5 defensemen for the second half of the game because Bertuzzo got hurt in the second period, and then some really weak calls against the Isles and some bad missed calls against the Avalanche really hurt, especially with 20 seconds left. Actually, with 40 seconds left, They didn't call a tripping call against Colorado. Then 20 seconds later, with 20 seconds left, they call a weak call against the Islanders. So, and then the Avalanche win in overtime on a power play, which everybody in the world knew that the Islanders weren't killing. So, it happens.
There you go. Another fade, the back-to-back. Barrett and quickly give Raptors juice. Take the Raptors. I'm on Memphis, but hey, so be it. Wow. Isles choked, blew the lead, power play. It was an OT, ended it. I'll take that kind of an L. Yeah. Nothing you can do with that. 6 games left, Nick. And I have plays in 2 more games.
We have the New York Knicks and the Chicago Bulls. The Knicks are 9.5 point favorites in this game. Total 220 in this spot. Line opened up at a 7.5. It's up to a 9.5. Line opened up at a 221, down to a 220.5. So a half-point line movement towards an under, and 2-point line movement towards the Knicks in this game. 82% of the tickets, 96% of the cash is on the Knicks. The lines move towards the Knicks. 67% of the tickets, 61% of the cash is on the over. The lines move towards the under, though. Let's get into my projections for this game. And forgot to look at my projections for the last few games. I have this game around a 5.5, 6 range. Am I going to play it? No, because I don't like where Chicago is on the second half of back-to-back. Granted, they just got their ass whooped by the Sixers last night. So maybe this is too many points for the Bulls. Getting 9.5, public all over the Knicks, especially after seeing what the Bulls did last night. The more and more I look at it, more and more I'm looking at it, the more and more I want the Bulls in this game to bounce back after a bad showing last night. I think this 220 total is spot on. Also, I have this game projected around 220. Also, for the previous games we just talked about, that Grizzlies game I have around that Grizzly game projects really nice for an under. The more and more I look at it. So I might be moving on that under. I haven't looked at my total projections the last couple of games, so I've been bad with that. But the more and more I look at this game, the more and more I want the Chicago Bulls here at plus 9.5. So what's your thoughts on the Bulls here? I think I might be moving on them.
I'm not really interested in the side, but I'm going to be on the total. And I'm going to be on the over. I think that the Bulls definitely put up more points today than they did yesterday. And when it comes to it, the Knicks have been playing a higher tempo game since the trade. At least that's what I've been seeing, because they've been scoring a little bit more. They scored that game. They didn't have them 128 and 112. So I guess nothing too crazy, but they've been a little bit higher tempo. And against a Bulls team, I could easily see both teams putting up more points. This line opened up around 218. It's gone up to 220. So I like that line movement on that one. I got the over in the Bulls-Knicks game, Nick.
I'm going to grab the Bulls here at 9.5 and a small bet on the 335. I'm not saying they win this game outright, but if there's value on the spread, there's value on the money line. And I expect a little bit of a bounce back performance here. As much as I've been a big Knicks backer, this is a good spot for the Bulls.
Yeah, that's fine. Anyone take the draw in the Islanders match? Could have sprinkled that. Yeah, Nick did.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Knicks best bet minus 8.5. Garden is juiced with the big trade. Bulls back to back. We get rolled. Book it, lock. There you go, Nick. He's saying that the Knicks are a lock.
Awesome.
Pass. I feel like I don't trust the Knicks enough to cover spreads. That's totally fair. The over. Yes, the over. Them always seems streaky with scoring. Correct. Did you see Philly didn't score last night for 8 minutes in the fourth quarter, and the Bulls didn't cover? That is true. The Bulls do not cover in that game, but I'm not too hung up on one game like that. No way. Knicks. I'm not really going to be touching a side. Yo. Vucevic and Levine out. Well, no Vucevic means less defense. That's the way I kind of view that one. Great NHL night besides Blackhawks getting shut out. That's correct. I wish the Blackhawks didn't get shut out. Joe. Joe. There you go. Portland and Dallas is up next, Nick.
Yeah. We have the Mavericks 11.5 point favorites, total of 237.5 in this game against the Trailblazers. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here between Portland and Dallas, where Dallas opened up as 11.5 point favorites. The line has not moved. It opened up this morning, Dallas minus 11.5. Line opened up this morning at 234.5. It's gone up 3 points to a 237.5. Line moved towards the over. No line move on the side. 67% of the tickets, 96% of the cash is on the Mavericks, and the line's not moved. 57% of the tickets, 93% of the cash on the over. The line definitely has moved towards the over. Getting up my projections for this game here, where I have the Blazers around 8-point dogs in this one here. So value on the Blazers here in this spot. And as for the total in this game, I have it around 231.5. So it's actually a lean towards the under here in this spot for me. The money coming in on the over, line moving towards the over, kind of is what's creating the value on the under. Is with this massive line move towards the over. And for me, it's Blazers or nothing. Public all over the Mavericks. The line's not budged. So I think I'm going to be taking another shot here with the big dog in this game with the Blazers here in this spot. Blazers 11.5 for me.
Yeah, I'm
a small bit on the money line, 5-1.
Yeah, I'm not touching I'm not touching this game. I saw this one, immediately crossed it out. I'm not laying double digits on the road, or not grabbing double digits on the road right now with the Blazers, and I'm not touching the Mavericks. Maybe I look towards an over, but the line's kind of moved up, 3 points already, so not anything I really want to get to there. Good luck to everybody betting this game. I'm going to stay away.
Fair.
Up. Stand at that position of attention unit. Stand at the position of attention unit 446. The GOAT has reported into the chat. Wow, Mavericks got blown out against the Jazz. Love to see it. Everyone should sign up for the premium membership, $5.99 a month. It's a steal. See? And you get that cool logo next to your name. Now, it doesn't look like that. I believe it's the ESB logo on YouTube. The ESB logo doesn't show up on the StreamYard when we pull it up like that. But in the chat, I believe it's the ESB logo. Yes, it is. It is the ESB logo up there. So there you go. I like the under in the Leafs game. Plus 120. There you go.
I like the Ducks.
Blazers +4. First quarter. Mavs home from road trip. Blazers hanging in early, late. I could definitely see that. Cameron. Been funding free memberships, but still having them given out. I've been funding free memberships, but still haven't seen them given out. I mean, we haven't really done a giveaway or anything with it yet. So, but hey, thanks for the $10 dono, Cameron. We do appreciate it. Sign up. I don't sign up for shit. No tax either. $5.99. There you go. So let's keep rolling. Let's keep rolling.
Yeah. We'll keep moving on here. A game that I have absolutely no interest in, at least for the side perspective. Well, maybe for the total. I don't know yet. Where we have the Utah Jazz at home laying 8.5, 9 points. That's fun. Total of 39. Line opened up at a 6. It's up to an 8.5 on BetOnline. I'm seeing 9s pop up too. Line open 238.5. It's up to a 239.5. So it's a 1 point move towards the over in this game. Even though 56% of the tickets, 63% of the cash coming in on the under. Lines move towards the over. 76% of the tickets, and 98% of the cash is on the Jazz, and the line's gone from 5.5 up to 9.5, which is kind of interesting there. Let's get my projections up for this game, where I have Utah as a 9-point favorite. So I thought that line was actually correct. And I have this game around 234, 335 range. So I do see value on the under here in this spot. But the way the market's moving is kind of having me pump the brakes on that, because 56% of the tickets, 63% of the cash is on the under. But yet this line's moved towards the over, which tells me they have no fear in that under money at all, which is enough to keep me off of it. So no play for me here in this game. This is a 1-800 gambler.
Yeah, you think I'm laying 9 points with the Jazz this year? I don't care that they're against the Pistons. No, not going to happen. And I'm not touching a total. It'd be leaning towards the over. Detroit, horrible defensively. They're also horrible offensively. So it's kind of just a mixed bag of I don't know what the heck to do with the Pistons. So this one ends up being a complete stay away. 1-800 gambler. Did not need to bet. And we completely pass on this one, Nick.
Oh, yeah. So to sum up this game.
Stop it. Get some help.
Yes. Nick, before we jump into the next one, I don't know if you've been scrolling through Twitter at all. ECU and Coastal Carolina have announced a home series football beginning in 2025. So it looks like September 13, 2025, Nick, we're going to have to make a trip out to Conway.
South Carolina. Yeah.
So just figure I throw that one out there for you. What's up, brothers? Finally slowing down at work. I be here for the show most days going forward. Always thank you guys for what you do. Hey, we appreciate you, Stop Geo, for stopping by. Good luck and good fortune going into the new year for everyone. Let's get it. Under. I can see the under. OG Anunoby, over 14.5 points. Parlay with LeBron over and Hera over. There you go. And if anybody doesn't know what Stop Geo does with his props, he takes alternative numbers and puts them together. Numbers that the players hit 70, 80% of the time. And he puts them together and gets better odds on them, and they hit. So, Stop Geo, shout out to you. We got 3 games left, Nick.
Yeah. Where we have the Phoenix Suns and the LA Clippers. We have the Clippers as 3.5-point favorites in this game. Total of 232.5 in this spot. Taking a look at the line history in this game, where we have this line opened up with the Clippers as 3-point favorites. So it's up to a 3.5 now. So it moved towards the Clips. Line opened up 233.5, down to 232. Move towards the under here as well. Take a look at the cash flow in this game. 84% of the tickets, 92% of the cash is on the Clippers, yet this line's only moved half a point. Then 50-50 tickets split on the total with 53% of the cash on the under in this one as well. My projection for this game here is a pick. I have the Clippers as like a half or a 1-point favorite in this game. And for the total here in this one, I have it around 224.5. So actually a really nice grade towards the under. Has this line moved down at all? I don't remember the line history in this one. This could be an under spot in this game. Lines moved down 1.5 and the under grades out pretty well. I see this as a potential under, and I like the Suns in this game. I haven't backed the Suns much this year because they've been laying stupid points. But as a home dog, I'm a little bit more interested in Phoenix here, which this number tells me that somebody might be out for the Suns. Either that or the Clippers are that much better than the Suns, where they should be 3.5-point road favorites, which I don't know if I can agree with there. So I'm kind of curious. You probably know more about this than me, Tim. Is there any injuries I should be looking out for? If not, I'm going to probably move on the Suns in the under here.
I didn't bet this game. I'll pull up the injury report for you. These are two teams that I just haven't really bet all year, so I'm not going to try to bet a game that's between the two teams. I just feel like there's certain teams that I don't get right, so I don't even bother kind of capping their games. I know that sounds weird. No Kevin Durant tonight.
There it is.
No Kevin Durant tonight. So I kind of lean Phoenix now.
Me too.
I kind of lean Phoenix.
Phoenix and under.
It'd have to be Phoenix money line. I'll get back to you on that. If I end up betting Phoenix, it'll be a free play up on the picksandparleys.net website. So check that before game time. I'm not 100% sure whether or not I'm going to bet it, but I kind of lean towards the Suns fading the injury report.
I'm going to do that. And I'm going to move on everything I said I wanted to. Phoenix Suns plus 3.5. Small bet on the plus 145, under 232 the team as well.
There you go. Okay, here we go. Sneaky under the radar game. Chicago State playing a back-to-back in college. Strange. Okay, State minus 19 gets my money. That is pretty funny because we posted that up on the site before the show started. So, yeah, we're on Oklahoma State with you. Minus the 19. Yeah, we put it up an hour ago. But yes, there you go. Square Pod, Leafs, and Reg. I could see that.
No, I don't.
Clip City. No. Stop Geo, would it be? Clippers and the under. I could see the under. I'm not gonna be on the Clips today. Cash big today, brother. Let's get it. KD is out. There you go. Knicks is your best bet. KD been out. He's been out. Shows how much I pay attention to the Suns. When was the last time Kevin Durant played a game? The 31st. When was the last time the Suns had a game? Okay. Kevin Durant did not play against Portland, and they won by 21. So we'll see how that goes. Clippers, I need to get a haircut today. Yeah. Sup, fuckers? What's up, Big Show? I'm on them too. Wow, you copied me again. I had no idea. I will say also 446. I will say if you are a member of the YouTube channel, before the show started, I posted out the card for college basketball today. Right, it was before the show started, 35 minutes ago. Oh no, 20 minutes after the show started. I posted the card out for today. By the way, for any members, there is 2 slides part of the thing. Because I'm looking at it now, there's 2 slides. There's one NBA one, and there's one for college basketball. Second one on the list, Oklahoma State minus 19. So if you were a member of the channel, you would have known already. I should have that free membership. Number one guy I am. Nothing's free. Nothing's free in life. It's only $5.99 a month, and the money that you're making, you should be able to. Especially when you were fading Nick, the money that you were making fading Nick a while ago, you should have $5.99. Got 2 games left, Nick.
Yeah, we have the Clippers and nope, wrong game.
Lakers
and the Heat. We have the Lakers as 6-point home favorites. Total of 228 in this game. The line opened up at a 6. It's down to a 5.5 now. So we're starting to see some 5.5s pop up. And the line opened up at 228. It's down to a 227.5. So a move towards the under and a move towards the to the Heat. Even though 68% of the tickets and 89% of the cash is on the Lakers, the line's moved towards the Heat. 78% of the tickets are on the under. The line's moved towards the under in this game as well. Let's take a look at the my projections for this game here, where I have the Lakers. If this wants to click, that'd be cool. What's going on with my internet right now? Nothing on my computer wants to click. This is fun.
click.
No, like I think my Internet Explorer is crashing, or my Google Chrome is crashing.
Nice.
So let me get up my Google Sheets on my phone then, which is fun because I have to work with my phone. Oh, there we go. I have this game at if I can. Now it's loading up all the Google Sheets. This is fun.
I'll go first. I guess I'll go first. I'm passing on this game. I this Heat team I can't get right, so I just refuse to stay away from them. I'm not betting the Lakers, so this one's a stay away for a spot from me. Hopefully that gives you enough time to get all your stuff up and good to go.
Yep. I have this game with the Lakers as 2-point favorites. Everything correlates for me here. I'm taking the Heat. Watch the points and the money line in this spot.
Okay. My bad. Forgot to hit the like button. Unbelievable, Cameron. Unbelievable. We'll give you a break on it though. Oh yes, 1,500 fade. LL. Thank you for reminding me. Hey, then take part of that 1,500. Spend the $5.99 and become a member of the channel. There you go. Then you get all of our college basketball plays. So 446. You don't need free stuff. You got a bunch of money fading, Nick. There you go. That's how we gave you free money. Sorry, Nickster. Lake Show -9.5 pleaser. I'm not doing that with the Lakers. All right, Nick. Final game, and this one will have my final play in it.
Can you still see me?
Yeah, I can still see you and hear you. Yep.
Okay, because my screen, like the camera just went black on my screen. I can't click on anything. I think I have to restart my computer. So I've got nothing in this game. And so fun times. Okay.
Orlando Magic and the Sacramento Kings. The Kings are 5-point favorites with a total of 231 in this game. Now, when I bet this last night, I did not know the results of these two teams' games, which both of them ended up losing. But I think this is going to be a bounce back spot more for the Kings in this game. And I see them up to a 5 now. I was able to get them at, I think, a 4. Let's see. Yeah, I got a 4 on this one. They're up to a 5. I'm sorry. When you lose as a 16-point favorite the night before, yeah, I'm taking you the next night. If you're a winning team and you're losing like that. I think you get a pissed off Sacramento team. Yes, Orlando is our little covering machine, although they didn't get the job done last night in Golden State. I did think this is a not as good of a spot for Orlando. I'm going to be on Sacramento in this one. I got them at -4. They're up to a 5. I'm starting to see some 5.5s. I'm going to be on the Kings in this one. Number 7, like. There you go, Big Show. Nick, hit Windows and Tab button at the same time.
There we go.
Yes, we see you, Nickster. You're wearing a blue hat and gray hoodie.
Totally.
I'm wearing a purple hat and gray hoodie, but whatever. See if that lets you select the last window. Nick, just go Control F4, and you should be good to go.
Yeah, no, I just restarted my computer.
Did you try turning it on and turning it back off?
Off again? Yeah, and it worked.
Well, good job. You're back, and we're going to be ending the show. That is all of the games for today. So we'll do a quick little recap and all that stuff. If you guys are new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share. Check out all the links in the description below. YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Make sure you guys are following all of those platforms. If you guys are interested, right above Nick's head, become a member of the channel, $5.99 a month. I already posted out the college basketball card for today. There is 8 plays up there. Granted, we talked about Oklahoma State, and there is a free play over on the picksandparleys.net website, which was the total, which is going to be the over in the Javier game. So if you guys are interested in that, which means there's 6 other college basketball plays. NBA, there's the 7 plays up for that. So if you guys, obviously we talked about them, but all of them are over there as well. If you guys are interested in becoming a member of the channel. Recap time. I've got nothing in the NBA, in the NHL. In the NBA, Pacers in the over. Atlanta, Minnesota, Memphis, the over in the next game, and the Kings to wrap it up. Nick?
Yeah, I have entirely too much NBA action, but let's get into it here. For the NHL, I took both dogs. I took the Capitals plus 145, and the Ducks at 165. Really just hoping to go 1-1 with those and come out profitable. I also grabbed a piece of the draw between Washington and New Jersey. And then for the NBA, I'm on the Pacers. I took the Pacer over as well at 257.5. Bulls plus 335, plus 9.5 and 335. Blazers 11.5, 5-1. I grabbed the Phoenix Suns plus 3.5, plus 145 and under 232. And then I have the Miami Heat at plus 5.5 and plus 140 something that I bet a second ago. What was it? It was 180 and 5.5.
There you go. What a fun show. Thanks, bros. Had a blast. You guys are the best. Appreciate it, 446. I gave out tons of plays. Yes, you did. Can't wait to watch the replay of the show and see my name. You know what, 446, you are so full of yourself, but it makes you you, which is hilarious. So that's going to do it for this one. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.